Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Today, Huawei announced it has filed a lawsuit against the US government to challenge the constitutionality of the Section 889 of the 2019 National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA. Huawei seeks remedies, including a declaratory judgment that the restrictions targeting Huawei are unconstitutional, and a permanent injunction against these restrictions. The US Congress has repeatedly failed to produce any evidence to support its restrictions on Huawei products. After exhausting all other means to allay the doubts of some US lawmakers, we are left with no choice but to challenge the law in court. This ban not only to unlawful, but also harms both Huawei and US consumers. Huawei operates in more than 170 countries and regions. As a leading global technology provider, Huawei has always taken its responsibilities seriously, specifically the responsibility to make secure equipment that meets industry standards. For 3 decades, we have maintained a solid track record in cybersecurity. Huawei has not and will never implant backdoors. We will never allow others to install any in our equipment. The US government has long branded Huawei a threat. It has hacked our servers and stolen our emails and source code. Despite this, the US government has never provided any evidence supporting their accusation that Huawei poses a cybersecurity threat. Still, the US government is sparing no effort to smear the company and mislead the public about Huawei. Even worse, the US government is trying to block us from the 5G market in other countries. Huawei has invested significantly to become the global leader of 5G. Given the United States has never presented any evidence to substantiate its security allegation, we question its content of not wanting other countries to use Huawei. Is it a fate that other countries may catch up to and overtake its using our advanced 5G technologies? Maybe the US government incorrectly believes it would benefit from the suppression of Huawei. But the truth is, restricting Huawei's contribution to American and other nations' 5G networks will only harm their national interests. Faster 5G network deployment can benefit all countries. Regrettably, the NDAA was enacted to restrict Huawei without giving us an opportunity to defend ourselves. Section 889 of the 2019 NDAA prevents us from serving our US customers, damages our reputation, and deprives us of opportunities to serve customers outside the United States. It is the abuse of the US lawmaking process. This section strips Huawei of its due process, violates the separation of power principle, breaks US legal traditions, and goes against the very nature of the Constitution. Section AA9 infringes upon our rights and harm U.S. consumers. In enacting the NDAA, Congress acted unconstitutionally as judge, jury, and executioner. Other countries are rightly resisting the U.S. government's campaign against Huawei. And even the U.S. president himself has recently questioned using artificial security reasons to block Huawei. If this law is set aside, as it should be, Huawei can bring more advanced technologies to the United States and help it build the best 5G networks. Huawei is willing to address the U.S. government's security concern. Lifting the NDAA ban will give the U.S. government the flexibility it needs to work with Huawei and solve real security issues. Huawei are compelled to take these legal actions as a proper and last resort. We look forward to the court's verdict and trust that it will benefit both Huawei and the American people. Thank you.